Two in the first.
Two in the first.
One every hour after that.
Yeah. So, but if you don't have 2 drinks
in the
if
first,
you have 1 drink in the first hour, does that mean that you can have 2 drinks in the second?
Yeah.
hour?
Can I cash in later, or does it change the whole?
I think it is. It's cumulative. I think.
I hope so.
I'm pretty confident it's cumulative. But
yeah. Run it through.
I believe we are live streaming officially.
Are we?
And
We're on.
more than likely have chat. And Justin Hess, hello again. Winner. I know, he's just killing it. It's like every single day.
No,
like 12
non-stop.
days in a row. I just think he's like the Michael Jordan of live streaming chat. Christina, lovely to see your smiling face again. No hangover. There was a small one actually. Ironic. I was actually pretty good. We had a bit of a fun time, but to be honest, after the week that was, I guess.
Yeah.
I was utterly shattered.
Yeah, I think we were all pretty knackered, and we was home by like 9 o'clock.
I did something really, really debaucherous last night. I had a cup of tea, and I made the bed, and I had an early night.
30s are starting well.
I had an early night, and it was so good. It was so good. I was so productive today. We've cleaned the house. I've cooked brunch. We've cooked a whole bunch of stuff for the show. Oh, did I even get it out? I don't think I got it out of the. Oh, well, Laura will have to. Laura, would you mind bringing out what's ever in the microwave, pretty please? At least I think I did. Ooh. No, I definitely did. See, I'm just old now. I'm just losing my memory. Episode 37, bringing you the smiles and the laughs during COVID.
I'm out of beer.
You're out of beer. Well, we can fix that. Let's get you a glass of wine. What are you guys doing at home, and what are you drinking? How's your weekend going so far? I'd very much like to know. Sophie Horseman, hello there. How do you feel today? Well, thanks for chiming in again, Sophie, and thank you for your message over the evening. I feel pretty good. I feel
good.
I've got a plan to, it's like they talk about New Year's resolutions.
New decade of living resolution.
Yeah. It's like no, I was thinking about maybe I should think about losing a bit of weight. Maybe I should think about not drinking. Maybe I should think about not doing a show every night. And then I was like, nah.
Next night straight up. The gravy train keeps on rolling.
Just get back on it. And of course, guys, we have Noah, our very own Noah Ward here tonight, the self-confessed total wine fanboy.
So I've got no qualifications. I just like this stuff.
Well, that's actually a really interesting thing, because I'm sure there's plenty of people that either watch and that either work in wine or are thinking about working in wine. How did you find you stumbled into working with wine with no qualifications?
Well, it initially started, I was working pubs, bars, restaurants all across the Adelaide, like in a whole bunch of different venues, restaurants like Peel Street, which if you're an Adelaide person is one of the best places to eat in Adelaide, legendary. And then working at like as a cafe, at hotels, like nightclubs, pubs, anything like that. But I found myself kind of drawn to wine more than anything. I went through the kind of realms of craft beer, and then I kind of quickly found what I liked, and then got kind of more interested in stuff like wine. And then at that kind of time, the natural wine scene had started kind of really kicking off. I was a few years behind, because when the natural wine scene really started emerging, I was not legally able to drink.
He's well off 30, mate. He's well off 30.
I'm on the other side of the 20s, the early side. But anyways,
how old are you? Like 19?
24.
Okay.
As in before,
mid-20s.
Yeah,
He's in his mid-20s.
The early mid. Whatever.
Oh, the early mid.
The early mid.
It was like, wow. That's like, I'm in my supremely late 20s then.
Yeah.
It's like
extra late 20s.
My extra late 20s. That's
20s. Right. But yeah, kind of just naturally was drawn to it, and I was like, I want to start getting into this kind of thing, and then. Like at the time, I was like, oh, a lot of this stuff is actually relatively expensive for someone who's working, 20 hours a week at a bar. Yep. And I was like, oh, Unico Jet and Jasper, $20 a bottle, sounds sick. Grab it, and then that kind of started the journey into it. At the time, I was working in bars and restaurants and stuff like that, and then a friend of mine was a friend of a former employee here and recommended me, and I came up for interview, and they gave me the job, which was
Anita.
It was Anita, yeah. Anita gave me the job, and
she's awesome.
Just working in the cellar door 1 day a week, and then quickly to 4 or 5 days a week, and then it was September one year and then February the next, you asked me to run the cellar door, and then probably another 18 months after that, I kind of done the brand side of things. It's just, I don't have an answer to how to get into the wine industry because mine has been sheer dumb luck. But on the other side of that, it's also just hard work and a general eagerness to actually get into it. And I think that's more valuable than a lot of skill sets, because I do have Wusset too, but I got Wusset too after I was running a cellar door. You guys
So I guess
put me up for it.
I suppose that's because there are so many different avenues that you can find yourself working in the wine industry, whether it's working the cellar door, working in obviously a restaurant. I mean, from our perspective, one of the best things that we loved about you is the fact that you actually haven't come through. I think that's one thing I think more wineries are starting to find very valuable, people that haven't gone through a formal process. And for us, it was always a goal to be able to communicate to the broader populace about wine, and especially a younger, broader populace about wine. And you have no preconceived idea. And it's like, who's best to talk about brand and who's best to talk about these things? Yeah. If not a person who hasn't had that formal training, that actually can interpret it as basically the voice of the people.
Yeah, I think it gets you closer to the customer rather than your own set of knowledge. And it's like that, now I've kind of learned a lot more because I have been in this position. I've been exposed to a great deal of knowledge. But and once you get exposed to that great deal of knowledge, it's really kind of very easy to fall into that trap of thinking you know more than the person you're communicating to. Yes. But that's really, in my view, irrelevant. It's really, really irrelevant, and you're not there to kind of educate. In a certain sense, you are absolutely, but I think what you're trying to do is communicate rather than educate, and trying to get on the similar wavelength. Yeah,
very true. Yeah, and that's one of the things that I've always had about people talk about, are you there to entertain or are you there to educate? And I'm like, no, communication actually is an encompassing of perhaps both. If someone wants education, they can get it. Like, it really is actually not up to us about what we want to impose, obviously, on the customer or the general public. It's really about what they want from us, and we're here to serve. Yeah. And, again, it really sort of comes back around to customer service, and service is obviously a very key element with it. Welcome to your 30s, dude. Thank you so much. Feels the same as being 29 and 364 days, except we got to bed a bit earlier, and it has an effect. It actually works. Kylie's making us golden stout time espresso martinis. That is awesome. And if you actually have a little bit of wattle seed, a little bit of Salt Bay wattle seed on top of that thing, the best. Did you shotgun the beer? No, I have never shotgunned a beer. I have never shotgunned a beer. I don't know.
What?
I've never shotgunned a beer.
Oh my God.
I would love, if you would like to see it on camera, not today, but I will do it.
Yeah, we'll do it another day.
Do it another day.
Not the day after a big party. It's just a sad shotgun.
I feel like we need to get like one of the brewers on again to do a masterclass in the shotgunning of beer. I think
that's just, more of it. Yeah, someone needs to come on and educate and show you, like, put that.
I think Stephen DeHorst could even educate me on shotgunning a beer.
I'm sure he could.
But at the moment,
can you do a danger can?
Well, what?
Do you know what danger can?
What is
this? This is the more stupidity broy thing. So what you do, you shake up the can of beer so it gets really a lot of tension in it, and then you start slamming it on your forehead till it cracks, and then you drain the fluids, and then that's danger can.
Oh, have you seen have you seen the little
really.
It's like the garage door challenge. Have you seen that?
Oh, the best. Yeah,
How good is that? How good is that? We basically, have you guys seen this? You sticky tape. Have you guys seen this? You sticky tape like a duct tape a can of beer to your garage door, the inside of it. You're standing on the inside, and you crack it open and you click the button. And as it starts to go up, you have to, catch it all as it's just completely. And so this and there's been different variants of it as well. Like there was like two girls, sort of like leaning back. One girl had like this part like of a glass of wine, like in her mouth, and as she's leaning back, this girl behind us catching it in her mouth.
That's awesome.
I was like, that was actually a pretty cool interpretation of the beer challenge as a wine thing.
Yeah, this is the thing about wine, is you can't do really a lot of those stupid drinking activities because generally it's a high alcohol and you will just end up getting yourself a little bit silly.
But that was a cool interpretation. That wasn't too, like, you can't commit to a whole bottle of wine.
You can do it as a glass. It's a glass.
As a glass, it would work. But there's this guy he's obviously isolating at home with his whole family. And, it's dad and basically 3 daughters. And her daughters are like of age.
Yeah.
Her daughters are like in their 20s.
So
But like, and obviously dad's like, oh, we're gonna do this. I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do this. And they're all in their like athleisure, and he's just there like the beer gut out and the wife beater.
Seasoned veteran.
Yeah. And he's got fucking goggles on. And he's already going like the girl's piked pretty much as the first drop happened.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's
Yeah,
just
ready
all,
for it.
all over
ready
him.
for it.
It's
Definitely went to some kind of university fraternity, and it's just
yeah, it's like we know
all
how to
over.
do
It's
this.
like, I learned this after my second time doing it.
We've worked out after last night's live stream. We've also worked out how to be able to obviously stream in other videos as well and transition between them. So we're going to start thinking this week about incorporating like a winemaker reviews.
Yeah.
Or even showing you guys some of the videos that we've found really funny from either the day or during the week as well, because there's some really fun stuff out there that I think all of you guys would really enjoy. And in particular, regarding the shotgunning thing, you've seen the Saturdays Are For The Boys video.
Yeah, of course.
That is just too good, where he shotguns a keg, like with
an actual shotgun.
Yeah, no, it was with a pickaxe.
Oh shit!
It's like just building it up. And it's like first it's the can of beer, and the next minute it's the mini keg, the Heineken mini keg.
Oh yeah.
And then he builds up and he's like, Saturdays Are For The Boys, and he's got the pickaxe.
And then just
it just trenches him overtly. It's fantastic.
shower.
Ada, we have the Delinquente Hell Rosé. That's nice. Yeah, wicked cool. What's the do they give you the cepage on that? Do they give you the breakdown of varieties? I'd like to know the varieties.
I think
it's Montepulciano.
I think it's a whole bunch. I think it's Monty. I think there's a bit of Lagrange. There is some Nero in there. I think it changes every vintage. I think he plays around a bit.
Lots of paper wrapped bottles on the back shelf coming in from Lockie George. There are Noah well, firstly, these were all largely hidden last night by the balloons.
Yeah.
No, there have been, because we realised that when we request the bottles to be wrapped up by the importers or distributors or retailers that we purchase them from, because we don't want to know what they are. We don't even want the invoice. I don't even get to see any of it. I genuinely, he can vouch for it, because I think someone gave us an invoice and I was just like, no, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, no, when Thunderdot rolled through and handed in invoice, it's like, no.
I want it to be real.
I
want it to be real. And then I realized, like, I also knew which distributor or importer they came from, based on the paper that they were wrapped up in. So Noah kindly rewrapped all the bottles, so now they are all mishmash. So that's actually going to be really fun for
I
me.
wouldn't. Yeah, maybe we'll crack into one later and test my memory and see what I can remember.
And that's one of the hard things.
I cannot remember every single bottle on this wall.
We're actually going to get Laura to choose. In fact, Anna, do you want to choose? Anna's going to choose.
I'll point to you and say, don't choose that one if I definitely know which one it is. Whereas there's a couple I know exactly what they are, but only like two.
Because they're like, I'm really going to want to drink this. Noah, the voice of the people. Yes, Noah is that. Noah's one of the few people that can get away with telling me how wrong I am. I
think one of the only people brave enough to do so, except your wife.
Yeah, and I encourage it. I don't have all the answers, evidently, as well. I just have lots of questions, and I like to surround myself with people that typically have those answers. Noah, do you have a background in digital media and marketing and stuff?
Nope. Nope. I started studying a business degree. When I started getting really into hospitality, I thought that was kind of the way I was going to go down, is more hospitality on the business side of things. And marketing was one of the more core courses that you have to do. That is my only exposure to any kind of theory or experience in the marketing realm. I learn by doing rather than learn by learning, I guess.
Yeah, I don't learn by learning. I love that. That's on the tombstone. That's Noah didn't learn by learning.
Yeah, he did it and learnt afterwards.
I think one of the things, because obviously we've had to become marketers as well, like inherently. I have a degree in viticulturology, which has nothing to do with marketing whatsoever. But I think, firstly, when we look at people that come in and work with us, either on a digital marketing side of things, or I just look at, well, firstly, do they have the ability to pick up and learn new stuff, and do they have the ability to just think from the perspective of a customer? And we find this really, and I also think it's like, shit, if I taught myself this, then surely anyone else can. And it's one of the marketing, I mean, look, there's the actual mechanisms of it, there's the theory of it, but then there's the application.
Yeah, the theory of it, it's more higher level, and like, only a certain degree of wineries get to that kind of point where it starts really becoming handy. Certainly is a good tool in the skill set to have at whatever point you are.
That's a really good point.
But once you, like, as a winery grows and you grow more and you have more and you need to sell more, those tools become a lot more effective. But if you're like a natural winery that only makes 20 ton of fruit, you don't really need that.
You don't need it. You actually don't need it.
Yeah, the wine ends up selling itself. But when you have, like, you know, that quality of wine, you know, 10 times the scale, you're gonna need to learn how to sell it to a whole bunch more people.
And the other thing is, if you go, it's gonna sound really horrible, because I have a lot of respect for marketers, because marketers help basically, well, in our case, a producing manufacturer actually find customers for it. It's not about advertising. It's actually about realizing who actually has a need and a desire and actually fulfilling that desire. So it is very much a customer service based thing. But the thing is, if you just continually employ people that have backgrounds in things, you end up becoming the same as everybody else because they're employing those people too. So you
don't want to end up like a university textbook.
Exactly. And in
those
fact,
are good.
They're good,
but not perfect.
No, and
but
they have
new editions every year.
And they have, and they've been struggling to, you know, especially in the realms of viticulture and enology, probably struggling to really keep up. Yeah. You know, for us, we sort of, I mean, I'm pretty confident. We had a marketing. We actually had the wine marketing students come through and do this audit on us. We signed up for like a program they were doing, and we were told, look, hey, they're going to be really brutal and stuff like that. And it was like 40 of them. They came in here, they were amazing. Anyway, it was the most embarrassing thing because, like, so we reviewed your Instagram page and we looked at your growth figures and it's really good. And we looked at your Facebook figures and it's really good. And your homepage was updated very recently. And I'm like, okay, from a digital perspective, yeah, okay, we're nailing that. What aren't we doing? What can we improve on? What can we improve on? And it was kind of like, it kind of fizzled out. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, so you guys, it's good that they're teaching them obviously digital marketing, but
yeah,
I'm like, what they're not teaching them is, you know, when you taste this wine and where it comes from and the actual narrative around that. I mean, for us, it's very simple. We sat at this and we're like, taste the wine. What does it taste like? You know, it tastes like, it tastes like a fucking cupcake. Yeah. Make it look like a cupcake. Because that would be sick. Put pink wax on it because it's red wine, and for us that seems really obvious. I mean, really obvious.
It's narrow, and I think pink is more of an appropriate color for something like narrow when it's like bright, fresh, and juicy and juvie, and that kind of works. And then, but on this particular wine where it's a little bit more bold and pronounced, and like it is quite lush.
It's lush. I think there's a decadence to this particular wine.
Exactly.
And then we reference other things like it's. We're probably talking in complete sign language to a lot of people because like we operate in a weird thing. Then I'm like referencing the Bauhaus movement in the 30s.
Well,
and obviously you can sort of see that from in fact, can you guys see this label a little bit? This is our new pipe dream label.
Yeah. I think it's an interesting perspective to talk on because a lot of people, when we talk about wine, it's literally about it spent this amount of time on skins and it was in this particular barrel for this long, and it's got structure and acidity and definition and stuff like that. And for a lot of people, that doesn't compute. Like we might not be speaking the right language, but a lot of people say, I don't understand what élevage means or anything like that.
This is the perfect time. I've been waiting to crack this out. This will be the first time you guys get to see this. But let's get basic. Let's get basic. I want to talk to you guys. No, because that's like the
natural.
No, because you actually really cover a really important point where we talk about things like, and I reckon the most confusing term for a lot of people is tannin.
Oh yeah.
You say tannin. No one knows what you're talking about when you say this word. And I want to talk to you guys about it because I think there's a really, so tannin is a phenol, and again, that actually doesn't matter, but I'll show you how to pick it up. It's actually really easy. Think of wine, this is the best way to actually pick up on tannin in wine. Think of the wine as mouthwash.
Okay.
So you want to literally get it in between your teeth and your lips. You want to get it in front of that, and then when you drink it, you'll actually feel a gripping sensation between your lips and your teeth, and that is tannin. That is the way that we would actually experience it. Now I can tell you all about phenols, and talk about anthocyanins, and tell you about how that happens. That is absolutely irrelevant for you guys. It's only really relevant for us and real like super geeky stuff. And we can talk about that if you want, but I think it would just be worthwhile because a lot of people, they do this thing, they swirl the wine, they look at the legs and stuff, and even that is I'm gonna say that's pretty irrelevant. the acidity is really relevant. I think a lot of people get acid. They get, oh, what's got acid? It's like lemon juice. Lemon juice has acid. Lime juice has acid.
You encounter acidity more in contemporary day-to-day life than you do tannin. You do occur in certain things. Dark chocolate's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Tea, great example.
But
stuff
you wouldn't mouthwash tea because it's too fucking hot. You know, right? And I tried to it's like sensitive teeth and everything. But no, that's one of the cool things about wine because it really makes it. It's a very tangible sensation. What I mean by that is like you can literally feel that. And so when we describe tannins, it really freaks people out when we say it's got suede-like but really full tannins.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is suede-like? Tannin. What the fuck does that mean? It means it's almost like you're rubbing suede on your teeth.
It's like when you get like old school Barolo that's like still pretty young and it's just like.
Oh, and it's like, and we call it, or we can see, you know, over-extracted Cabernet will be blocky, as in there'll be a patch up here, a patch down there, patch down there. That's what you can sort of feel. But they're really dense and really concentrated. Everything else in between is pretty much empty. Yeah. And we can go. It's how we're sort of visualizing it sitting in our mouth, whether how harsh they are, what form they take, and as a wine matures and ages over time, all those things actually soften over time. Yeah. So that's a really cool little get basic wine tip for you guys in case you know you're interested in wine and but maybe don't want to go so in depth. Tannin, use it as mouthwash, and that's the way that you'll actually feel it, and it builds up over time. So if you have like 2 or 3 really quick sort of takes at it, it'll actually start to build up. Some wines have no tannin and are famous for that. We actually really try to limit our tannin extraction. We don't like to make red wine with a lot of tannin unless it's a Nebbiolo, and this is really part of the variety. But you know, you've got Pinot Noir is a really great example, and that's why last night that thing really threw. It was the Gamay. The Gamay really threw me. Smelt exactly like Pinot. I could have sworn it was Pinot. I've never seen Pinot that tannic before in my life. Pinot has very little tannin usually, but that's a really cool one. G'day, Sean Lau. Thanks for joining in. Christina, this is pretty cool. We are drinking Aperol Spritz with a Marilla Muse Pinot Noir 2013 in the wine fridge to have for dinner. Lamb backstrapped with spiced carrot puree and Israeli couscous salad.
We need to start coming over to Christina's house.
I think we got to start like going through the comments after this and actually going like who has been cooking the most. I want to know what ball of food you guys have been cooking in the last 37 days. The Delinquent Rosé, no, there's nothing in the label, but it reminds me of the Hither-and-Yon Rosé, which I think is a Nero. And totally, and Hither-and-Yon are one of the top Nero growers.
The best.
They are growers and winemakers as well. Learn by doing, saying that's cool, you're killing it. Yeah, thank you, I guess.
Still trying to learn every day, day, never stop learning.
Well, that's the other thing, is I think, you know, you just get better by basic. We say it's, what's the saying, we have 70% today is better than 90% tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's better just get something out there and fail at it. Just know how to measure it and reach it.
I think it's just like, you know, it's the desire to achieve a goal or desire to conquer something that you want to do. Like, I think the best way for me to describe it is a link to skateboarding, because I grew up skateboarding, and it's like all about, you will try 10,000 times to land this one, if you like a kickflip or something like that, you will just like try, fail, but that desire for you to achieve that goal is just way higher than the idea of like, oh, do I have to get up and do that again? It's like, no, I'm getting up because I want to do it, and then when you do it, it's the greatest feeling on the face of the planet. Like achieving that goal that you've worked tirelessly for and failed so many times on the lead up to it. And it doesn't need to
be in front of anyone either. Like, no one actually needs to see it. It's just one of those things because you've gone through so much pain to be able to get there.
And then that that feeling is just like, it's disbelief. And then you look up and it's like, oh no, I did it. And it's just like, okay, now how can I do that again forever and ever and ever? Because I love feeling like that all the time.
Well, I gotta say, so we had an awesome tasting experience. This is from Christina Griffiths again at Hugh Hamilton, where they had different fabrics to explain tannins. Very useful. That is genuinely very cool.
That's really cool.
Can you imagine? I am like, oh man, that just.
So you start with like silk and you compare it to like Pinot, or like,
I'm thinking like stroke the fairy wall, motherfucker. Like I'm talking about like getting a shipping container and just covering whole walls with different. It's like the tannin container.
If we get to a point where we can do like a Unico pop up at Mona and what the feelings of wine and
literally like
room?
You need to the texture room but you need to because your tongue has texture, so you need to dress up as a gigantic tongue to get in, and then you got to literally.
That'll be $25, thanks.
It is the costume. That's right. We're gonna go abstract on this stuff. I think that's a really, really cool idea. I think it's a really, really cool idea because we do use words to, you know. I remember once saying to a wine collector, I was like, "How are these wines?" I was like, "Yeah, they're looking really good. They're looking really good." And he's like, "What do you mean they're looking really good?" Maybe it was a little bit Asperger's or something like that. And I was like, "Oh no, I guess they're tasting really good." He's like, "Okay, cool." Yeah. So you did taste them, you didn't just look at them. And I was like, yes, I definitely tasted them. That was what I was employed to do.
And that's one of those things. That's another one of those wine things that, like, if you're in the wine industry, you just say, "Oh, it looks good." Like when you it's like, I think it comes from like cellar tasting. Is you're walking through, you taste it as it's like midway through, and you go, "Oh, it looks good." Next,
looks good. Yeah,
all that
it's looking
kind
like
of thing.
it's going the right way that it needs to go.
It's weird.
Yesterday was barbecue smoked pork ribs. Today 7-hour smoked brisket and smoked barbecue chicken wings, brisket with fresh coleslaw and go-go. Stephen, you're talking my language, mate, because I was meant to be in the deep south of the States, in Nashville right now. Very much enjoying everything smoked as well as deep fried.
Slow cooked as well.
Yeah, buttermilk double deep fried hot chicken. Is there anything better? I don't know.
Salivating, bro.
Well, no. We are talking about getting someone who actually specialises in bacon on the show, because I'd really like to. I was talking to them quite recently about I don't know, of all things, bacon, which is this person's speciality. It's like, what are the differences in bacon? And apparently there is like appellated bacon. There is like, which started to really sort of pick up on my.
I'm sure it's like cheese as well. So bacon.
Yeah, because like, do you ever actually think about your bacon when you go on a boat? Do you just buy the cheapest one for the most amount of money? Do you actually think about where it comes from, how it's butchered? Do you think about how it's grown? I mean, we talk obviously about
like additions of nitrate and stuff like that.
Yeah, we talk about things like beef. It's like, oh, this is grass-fed, grain-fed. This is Wagyu grade. We talk about with chicken as well, free-range caged chickens and stuff like that. But pigs, it's free-range or not, I guess. But apparently there's a massive variance across pork that no one knows about. I'm really keen on that.
Same.
Sourdough Pullman's loaf intended for brisket sandwiches. Recommend me a red to go with it. Pullman's loaf. Well, should we segue, because that's not too far from what we've got to cover.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Well, all right. Well, thank you, Toby, because now we are going to segue into the junk food wine match for this evening. Guys, wait, where did we put it? Where did we put it? Shall we grab the meal? We'll need those tongs as well, because I think, Toby, the answer to this question is actually going to arise very, very soon for your question anyway, because whilst this isn't sourdough Pullman's loaf intended for brisket sandwiches, it's the closest we can possibly get on very, very short timelines.
It's one of Australia's national dishes.
We are talking about the sausage sizzle, and we have these are basic barbecue sausages, the cheapest ones we could find. They're super budget. We've got I'm salivating already.
Yeah, it's so good.
We've got the caramelized onions here as well. Of course,
the bottom of the rung white bread.
Wonder White had to be Wonder White as well, because it's always about Wonder White.
Yeah.
So I was probably most disappointed at the fact that Bunnings stopped doing their sausage sizzles. It's so early on.
It's really sad,
and
because it's such a cornerstone of like weekend culture in Australia. Like if you've got
charity.
any kind of exactly,
and it's for charity.
Yeah, and go I've got this house project. I'm really excited. It's like I'm going to go to Bunnings, 10 o'clock in the morning, spend an hour raking in all of those supplies, and then you get a snag on the way out. And it's so good.
Have to acknowledge a little comment by Terry before. He said he'd shotgun a beer with me.
I'm sure he would.
I think we should be organising. We're starting to organise the show for Terry.
Yeah.
Because all of this was basically practice leading up to Terry's show.
Yeah.
So I think that could be one of the things that we can reserve. If you want to see me be taught how to shotgun by Terry, comment
Oh,
below.
yeah.
We will be tracking these things. We do actually, when we ask you to comment, we do actually note these things as well. So, of course, we're going to dive in. This is like the most Aussie. What do they call? Did you introduce me to this thing called a mukbang?
A mukbang, which is like a Korean sensation of. Oh really? Oh, it's totally up your alley. It's literally just. It's a culture in like Korean live streaming that literally just watch people engorge on food, like.
And it's like stupid
amounts.
So there's
of
these
food.
tiny little girls and stuff who are live streaming, and a stupid amount of food, and they just eat it.
It's a strange thing, but some people just.
So we're basically doing an Aussie mukbang. Right now.
But we're also demonstrating the cornerstone of culture.
All right, so we do have an array of condiments here. We have Ashley Ratcliffe's tomato sauce,
I'm excited by that.
which I'm very much excited by. And of course, if you saw Ashley Ratcliffe, you would have seen we did a bit of a tasting with some barbecue shapes here. And that brings me to my second, and we do have another junk food wine. Yeah, we do. You don't know about this. This is a surprise. So, obviously, COVID is not going to stop us from getting in between us and a good old Bunnings snag.
No.
But you know what? It didn't matter anyway, because if it did, Shapes actually have us covered.
Yeah,
with the
they've
good
been
old
doing this, haven't they?
sausage, sizzle, Shapes.
Yeah.
It's a legitimate thing.
Very good.
So we're going to
Very good.
we are going to also rate the normal sausage sizzle with the Shapes sausage sizzle to see how accurately they've got the flavor.
So, like, here's to note. So the picture on the box of the actual snag. So I reckon we should just recreate this and get as close to this as possible.
All right,
so this is.
It technically won't be a Bunnings sausage because, as we know, at Bunnings,
Onions on
the
the
sausage goes on top of the onions.
Onions on the bottom.
So we are not going to do a true Bunnings sausage. We're going to do a proper sausage sizzle, a real one.
So it's white bread, snag, onion, barbecue sauce, which I think is an interesting.
Have they done barbecue sauce?
They've chosen barbecue sauce.
Oh, they have. It's pretty accurate barbecue sauce.
Yeah, it's definitely it's in the brown zone.
It's in the brown zone,
which is just a weird thing to say. But yeah, like I was going to expect tomato sauce, which I'm happy about because we were discussing this before the show. I don't like tomato sauce which I think a lot of people are going to get mad at.
Should I do the honors?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. All right. So obviously I'm not going to choose the end of the loaf because no one would ever do that.
No. It's happened. I used to do the sausage sizzle for my sister when she played netball with the local butcher who was the coach. So he basically set up the stand with all of the snags and the bread, and I'd be there just like making snags. And when you have like a bumper day and you're like, we're out of bread, is it okay if we like give you to the ends? And the people go, yeah.
So we're jumping on the good old Master Foods barbecue sauce, classic. Thank you, Noah, for bringing this one along.
You're welcome.
And of course, we cannot forget our mission
dropped a couple of onions
right now. Oh, don't worry, Truffles will.
Yeah, Truffles
he'll
hungry.
really love you right now.
So you've got a couple of red onions in here.
Well, they're all actually red onions.
Oh, so you've just caramelized them really well.
I have. I ran out of normal onions, and I did note that you did bring some onions. That would have been really handy.
Yeah, if we rocked up an hour earlier and we could cook them, that would have been good. But first one, we're really excited.
Oh man, I haven't had a sausage and bread for a really long time.
That's not bad.
It's really good. It's so good.
Oh man. This is definitely mukbang territory because we're not talking. That's how you know when the food's good. But it's a Bunnings snack, so we all know.
All right.
Where's the one? We're taking it.
What's up? There you go.
Just narrow the one.
Is Nero the one?
My instant thinking is like at two elevated levels of acidity. That was my instant.
I think you nailed that. You actually just want, and to be honest, because
No, if you want something riper.
if we really think about it, the Bunnings snag, the sausage sizzle, perfect array of carbs, protein, and fat.
Yeah.
This is perfect macros right here.
And it's got a
sweet
little
and sour.
Yeah, and that touch of acid from the onions, and then sweet, and then fat, and then
So this has a lot
Texture.
going on. This could probably handle a bit of tannin.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but not too much.
I was thinking like Cabernet.
I was thinking Sangiovese.
Oh yeah. Do we have any Sanj here?
Do we have Sanj? I don't think we have
I don't have any
Sanj.
Sanj at the ready. Not like we had the Molly Duca the other night. That just happened. Happened really well. I don't know how it happened.
Like a nice Chianti.
It's a little bit creepy.
And a plate of fava beans.
You should be blindfolded in the texture room. We should have a texture room in the new
wow.
sourdough. Yes, I agree. 2-day sourdough pizza tomorrow, buffalo mozzarella and stuff. Again, perfect blend of fat, protein, and carbs. That's why the challengers nail everything. Nashville, do you know the film? Best film of all time. Not seen the film. Not seen the film. Saw it.
Is the film called
The
Nashville?
Netflix thing targeted me. Definitely was nice. Monday is barbecue day. Oh wow, pork ribs, chicken wings, mac and cheese, coleslaw. Oh man, you guys cook really well. Onion is underneath Paul Crozier.
That's my old boss. Hi,
Oh,
Paul.
we good.
Love you, Paul. Onions on top, as we discussed. All right, now we're going to compare to the sausage sizzle shape. Come on. How much have they nailed it?
Mustard sauce. No, we went barbecue sauce, Lockie. Do we have mustard? We didn't bring mustard.
We rocked up to Gumarack at 4 o'clock. I go to the general store and buy a bit of mustard, but it is Anzac Day, so it's closed.
Ah, yeah, that old chestnut. What did you guys do for Anzac Day? Did you guys get up?
No.
Oh wow,
I don't think that's anywhere near close.
not even.
Not even close at all.
I think they've put the wrong shape in.
Yeah, it's close to
Oh,
barbecue.
it's the right shape.
I
It's
reckon what
legitimately a little
Yeah.
shape of Australia. I like that. It tastes like Vegemite cheese.
Yeah, I was thinking like it's got that like barbecue shape kind of vibe. I think it's more, but like onion powder has definitely entered.
This has been kissed by the onion powder.
Onion
which
powder
means
is
it's
definitely
more
because
onion.
I'm sure when they were in recipe development for this, it's like, oh, so we've got to do Bunnings snag shape. We need to get the onion powder. Surely, job done. Game over. We've completed the mission. Onion powder.
I like this. Best wine match, either 71 Grange or Coolabah Claret. I'm going to go Coolabah Claret.
It's not called by Claret, yeah.
I'm in with that. I mean, 71 Grange would also work.
But the degree of like, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Of like, prestige is too vast to compare Grange to the Bunnings snag. I know they're both Australian icons.
No, fuck it. I'm happy with that.
You're happy with that?
I'm happy. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, if you want to have your 71 Grange with Bunnings snag, that's fine. That's actually okay. I'm all right with that. I think it would be a good match. Like, you got to fast forward 300 years.
Yes.
Because the Bunnings snag, this is fine dining. This is
Oh,
what we're getting right now. Really.
Think deconstructed.
Think of Blade's steak, think of hamburgers, think of, all of these things were actually blue collar French foods that have been reinvented.
All of the best foods are blue collar foods.
Yeah.
That's just, in my mind, that's a fact. All right.
So, the democracy sausage.
Yeah, absolutely.
As long as the end loaf is thick, it's the best part of loaf.
Oh.
Yeah, ooh.
Nah.
Look, I don't think you're gonna make
no
any
way.
friends on
way.
that one. Pastafarian. Yeah, I think acidity's still a little bit too high.
Yeah, it's pretty young.
I would love to be able to say, yeah, buy our own wine, and thank you, Terry, for being, a massive fan. I would totally do it, but I'm not sure if we actually,
Yeah.
if anything, Unico. Oh, maybe Harvest Syrah. Yeah, but still, we really we don't have a lot of tannin. All right. Well, let's see if hopefully maybe something off the back wall here. Anna, would you like to
Can you pick us some
decide
wine?
a wrapped up bottle to?
Do you want me to come around?
Yeah, come around.
just
Yeah,
come around and
absolutely.
pick one.
Come around, pick one. Everyone can see my lovely partner, Anna.
I picked before because I like that this one has a twirl on it.
Okay.
Do you know it?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Sweet. Can we
All
move
right.
it down here? I'll pass it over.
Laura's gonna
Or we'll hand it.
check this one out.
Ashley, if you're watching, tomato sauce is banging. Banging. So good.
Polly's on there.
Oh man, it's really, really good. So you were noting before that most tomato sauce doesn't actually have tomatoes as its main ingredient.
Apple cider vinegar is the first ingredient in tomato sauce. But barbecue sauce, number one ingredient, 45% tomatoes. Do you want the rest of this?
Just
How you doing?
Alright, we've forgotten trash. Here. Have a chip, bro. Have a chip, bro. Have a chip. Great mash, Asher sauce. Ah, yeah, no, seriously, Asher sauce is insane. This is like...
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's like, it's just, I haven't even got the time to describe it. It's just too delicious. It's tomatoey, it's rich, it's smoky. Oh, it's yum. It's perfect, perfect.
Lockie George is just trying to say sparkling Shiraz.
That's good. Yeah, again, Australian icon. That works. I reckon. I mean, do you reckon the bubbles would work with the texture of the bread, how doughy it is?
Well, we have noted from things like Cheezels that sparkling Shiraz has actually worked really well.
Yeah, with sparkling, yeah.
But we could test it. I mean,
we're gonna do it.
we should.
Well,
I mean,
so let's do
I don't know how. I could severely fuck it up.
Yeah,
but
who knows?
We can. I mean, should we go grab a bottle of Harvest Syrah?
Yeah, I'll grab a bottle of Harvest Syrah. We'll do it after the tasting.
If you stay tuned, we're gonna find a way. We're gonna find a way to get bubbles into Harvest Syrah. I promise. Yes, truffles. You want another chip, bro? Tip top the one toast white bread, better than Wonder. I always find Wonder too sweet. And I agree with you. I actually find I don't eat a lot of bread, to be fair, courtesy of the fact that I'm married to a celiac. However, oh no, are you putting the thing in the comments, or?
I will, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Because I want to make sure I don't want to see it. I think something young fruit forward to go with a bunny snag. I'm really interested to get a bit of bridge between the umami of the snag and the onion, the sweetness of the sauce. Yeah, I reckon, again, you know, sparkling Syrah is always a really good, ooh, old school.
2018, so I reckon that'll work well.
I reckon this may work well. What are y'all eating? Mario Keo. Where are you coming in from, Mario Keo on Twitch? Because I'd love to know, because this is a very, very, very Australian thing. It's just literally like I'm not sure. Especially if you're in a place like America.
Top 5 like iconic Australian dishes. It's like this.
This will have to be top 3. Surely,
Yeah,
surely it's like,
absolutely.
okay, the meat pie. There's this.
Salt and pepper squid.
Ooh.
Salt and pepper squid, I think, is the encapsulation of Australian culture in a dish.
Okay, palmies.
It's German.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would pies be deemed?
Oh yeah, pies. No one else has pies.
No, we conquered the pie.
Like no one.
We got-
When people eat pie, they think of like meat and a single service.
No, they don't
conquered
think of
the
a
pie.
slice. They think of I have this one miniaturized version just for me. But like salt and pepper squid, every single pub has salt and pepper squid. But it's got that, like, it's so multicultural. It's seafood fresh in Australia with that kind of nod to Cantonese. Like, so good.
Oh, this Willet Soda Stream. Yeah, love this forced carb Syrah. Awesome. Guys, you're largely guessing what's going to happen. It isn't a Soda Stream, because in case you guys have ever actually tried putting Soda Stream, like wine into a Soda Stream, it doesn't end very well. But we have another option here. I'm going to be putting the comments down so Laura can keep jumping in. Oh, wait, before you press the enter button, of course, I do need to showcase the graphic. It is blind tasting time.
All right.
We got old Corky in. Moving the condiments and shit out of the way. And onto the black glasses. What's going on here?
I reckon this is going to be tough.
Yeah, it's a bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's strange. It smells like rubber. Do you ever play those slot cars? You
Yeah,
smell
a
that sort of
little
like,
bit,
it's not
yeah.
rubber, but it's like ozone, you know,
Yeah.
smell? Yeah. I get a lot of that.
But there's like a nice kind
Tiny.
of like, there's definitely a nice like kind of juby fruit kind of character underneath. I'm leaning old world.
I'm gonna say old world as well. We old world? No. Someone in Australia made this. Okay.
What is going on?
No, it's just new world.
Oh, it's New World, is it? Okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah, okay.
All right, what are options for country? Right.
Slovenia.
Okay.
India.
Fuck's sake. Japan, Slovenia, or India? Right.
Well, I'm gonna have like absolutely not a clue going here. I'm out.
Well, I mean, no. So Japan.
I would have noted Indian wine, by the way, when I was wrapping these up. Oh my god. I've never had an Indian wine. I've never had a Slovenian wine, even though I know there's a pretty decent Slovenian culture of wine. The only Japanese wine I've had is the one that BK brought in.
It doesn't feel Japanese. No, it doesn't feel Japanese. There's a typical daintiness to their wines. India I haven't had a lot of Indian wine before. India does actually have a massive wine industry, huge, in fact. Well, it doesn't feel feels Slovenian actually. Feels like a skin contact, like some white wine with a bit of skin contact.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Slovenia.
It's very pineapple-y and fresh.
No.
It's Indian.
What the hell?
Indian.
Oh my god.
I chose well.
Yeah, you did. You chose really well.
Wow, that's so cool.
Oh my god. Well, I actually really like this.
I mean, I'm just going to preempt everything else. Firstly, I don't think the Indian wine goes with the budding snag. I just don't think that's. I'm not sure. It feels like a matured age Riesling that's gone really, really reductive.
I was thinking like a skin contact, like I don't know, almost like a Chenin-y kind of, like that kind of really tropical, but really fresh.
Yeah, with a bright acid. It feels like Chenin. It does feel like Chenin. Chenin and Riesling had a love child.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so it's Indian. I guess we're not going to be, I guess it's just on the opposite side of the Himalayas. But
Do you have sub-regions? Because I don't know any.
I'm going to skip the sub-region thing. This is pretty cool. This is going to be really fun.
Chenin Blanc, Chardonnay, or Sauvignon Blanc?
A single variety. It is a single variety. It's Chenin Blanc, Chardonnay, and it's Sauvignon Blanc.
Yeah, I was leaning towards Sav when you said that, but I'm gonna go my gut. I'm gonna go gut with Shannon.
Yes, Sav.
Well, there's a master in the apprentice show.
Oh, it's Indian wine, dude. It's Indian wine.
This is cool.
I reckon
India makes wine.
You'd have like Josh or Sean or Amanda, and I doubt they'd be like, yeah, it's Indian Sav. If they were, huge flex. That would be, if you called this one, that would be the king of power moves.
That is. No, right? Yeah. This is 2000
That's like Emperor move.
16, 2015, 2004, 2012. I'm gonna say 2012.
Can I have options, please?
12, 13, 14.
I'm gonna say 12.
13.
Yeah.
Oh!
What was it?
13.
13.
I got
a solid amount of age on this.
Something.
Let's have a look.
Oh yeah. Wow. I was not expecting that. I was expecting it to be unfiltered and
gnarly.
Like pineapple juice.
It's like Lucy Margot's gone to India.
Yeah.
No, this is. I reckon this is quite a large company. To be honest, I reckon this is like an Indian concern that is like a JV with either a French or a because it just feels like it's well crafted, really well made. I have no idea where it comes from in India. I do Indian geography and wine, and me just like, sure.
I can name cricket stadiums.
Yeah, that's it. Give us 3 cricket stadiums.
Chennai.
All right, I'm gonna throw this up just so I can see
What is it?
So it's like
Fratelli Sauvignon Blanc, India 2013.
So this producer also makes a Sangiovese Bianco,
What?
which I was like, oh, maybe it's a variety.
that's rosé. It'd be a rosé.
No, it's not. It's made with a red grape, but this unique white Sangiovese is a first for India, but it's actually white.
Oh, they must press it like immediately.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna say they didn't press it immediately. Well, they did. And then they hit it with a shitload of carbon and try and like fine out that colour. I'm just saying that's the only way that you can make white wine out of Sangiovese. I'm sorry.
I mean, there was
right.
There's a producer in the Yarra Valley, Musk Lane, who makes white Nero. Is that a kind of possible
Can we
thing?
have a look at the bottle?
Yeah. So there is some Italian. There's an Italian winemaker.
I didn't actually rack this. I definitely didn't rack this.
Produce of India. How the hell?
This was from Millie.
This is from Millie.
Wow, huge.
from a dad's
Whoa.
That's
from a dad's cellar.
wow. Yeah. Okay. So
Whoa.
I had absolutely no idea, regardless.
So to give you guys a bit of a gander at the label, like this is this is just too good. I mean, I'm not sure you'll be able to actually make that out at all. But that there is pretty remarkable.
That's
Fratelli.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done, Millie.
Well done, Millie.
Well
Fratelli
done.
Sauvignon Blanc, Indian Sauvignon Blanc by an Italian winemaker. Estate bottled in Cluj. Cluj. Yeah, I know you're still there. Keeps nudging my leg. Give me one, Dad. Give me one. All right. Well, let's dispose of this. We have 9 minutes. Let's learn something together. Would you better pass me the lovely device there? And we have some of the little maybe some instructions, destructions. Do you guys know what this is?
Oh, they're gold.
I don't know how to use it, eh?
I reckon everyone knows what these look like.
Yes, soda bulbs. Soda bulbs. All right, so.
All right. Do you want me to read the instructions?
Whoa, what's this? Yeah, okay, cool. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So, please note that
to
the
do?
bartender soda siphon is designed to be used with 8 gram CO2 cartridges, which are not included with this product. Which
We bought these, yeah, with the product. Yeah.
Unscrew the head. Rinse it with warm water before first use.
Okay, cool.
We can do
the
that.
head or the whole thing?
The
Oh,
head.
yeah. Yeah, okay, let's have a gander at that. And then, are you meant to put the bulb in?
You know it's winter in the Adelaide Hills when it takes like 13 minutes for the water to get warm.
Yeah. No.
There we go.
And what, you just meant to just fucking shove it on? Is that how it goes?
Steve, you'd know how to do this.
Surely.
You're a chocolatier, not because you're a party boy.
I'm sorry, this is not going to end well. I don't think it's going to end well at all. I think it's going to end really bad.
Yeah, as you may have noticed.
This is going to shoot off and just break all the bottles in the bar. I'm sure this is. So how is it meant to work? So insert the soda charger into the charger holder. Oh, wait, the charger holder. Oh, that's that thing over there. That's just sitting, straight underneath the tripod there. Right, okay. Right, yeah. Roo. Okay, so, insert the measuring tube into, next fill the soda siphon with cold water, yeah. Okay, we don't need it. We're going to fill it with wine. Insert the ascending tube with...
Next,
with
fill soda siphon
through
with
the
cold
measuring
water, yep.
Ascending tube into the bottle through the measurement. What the fuck? Place the siphon head in position, screw it on firmly. Oh, so it's like a max level.
Yep.
Oh, wait, no, because is there a tube in this that's meant to come out?
Is that supposed to come out?
Is that supposed to come out? The ascending tube? Oh, does it just float in with wine? Alright, let's just fucking fill it with wine.
Yeah, it's just
Is that what's happening? Insert the measuring tube firmly in the bottle. Oh, there's a measuring tube. Is there a measuring tube? Or is this the measuring tube? I think this is the measuring tube. That's meant to come out.
Yeah, that's supposed to come out, okay.
Ah!
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah, we'll get rid of the water that's
Yeah.
in there, I reckon.
Next, fill the soda siphon with cold
This is riveting viewing, by the way.
with into the bottle through the measuring tube. Ah, so just go to the bottom of that. Oh yeah, fucking yeah, okay, heaps sick. So you just go there, you just go one of these ones, and we're gonna just fill it up to the bottom of this
We've
thing.
got a funnel.
Alright.
Funnel, or you got? Oh, you're sweet, bro.
Oh yeah.
No walkers. Jeez, that's a lot of wine.
Is that to the bottom of the? I think it's going to
I
take
think
the whole thing.
I think we're good.
I reckon. Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
this.
it looks about 750 mil. How much is the?
For those who are watching at home, yes, we are just about to carbonate some Syrah because
it's one.
you know,
It's 1 liter.
this is it's 1 litre, is it?
So I think that'll be about right.
Be about right. I mean, I want to make sure I get it right. Come to me. All right. Oh, so you meant to measure it to like that point there, and it's meant to like.
It looks like. At least 2 nangs.
Is that like a?
Yeah, I think
It's
we're
like a
good.
dipstick.
Yeah,
I reckon it's got to take the whole lot.
Yeah, just take it. Just send it.
Just send it. Yeah, cool.
Well, we're not like
So
we're
what's the
here.
next
We're here to fuck around. So let's actually.
This
fuck
is
around.
gonna make me covered with
All right.
red wine.
And
It's gonna
insert the
happen.
ascending tube with the seal into the bottle through the measuring tube.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing
Yeah.
now. Place the siphon head into position and screw it on firmly.
All right, I'm gonna screw it on firmly. Yep,
That's firm.
it's firm.
Insert the soda charger into the charger holder. That's already been done. Screw the charger.
Oh, yep.
With the charger holder onto the siphon head until gas can be heard releasing into the bottle.
All right.
So just screw it.
I mean, you don't mind
Trust.
if those pants get a little bit
Yeah,
red?
I got white pants on, by the way. That's all good. Shake the bottle vigorously several times, then unscrew the charger together with the charger holder. Place protective cap onto the threading. So that's what you took off.
Yep, right here.
going on?
And so this is where I pull
that's
it
where you
off.
take that off.
Yep. Fuck.
So yeah.
I'm like so terrified of this.
Whoa!
Oh wow, the whole thing's gone. It's basically, all right, yeah, cool, we're gonna do this. We're gonna have, and then what? And that's it. You basically.
So yes, place that on. To obtain soda water, soda wine, press the lever down gently. Direct the jet of water inside the wall of the glass before unscrewing the siphon head. Press down on the lever until
Everyone's saying you're gonna need 2 charges.
You reckon?
Let's double dose it, bro.
Everyone's saying
Do 2 charges.
2 charges. Definitely.
How many bar? How many
A
bar?
man
do
in
you want?
Gamaraka lost his hands last night.
Yeah.
What Dave said, all right,
let's do
go
it.
second, go hard.
Go again,
All right,
yeah.
all right. I trust Steve. For some reason, I reckon y'all just want to like
I don't.
fuck us up.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go 2 charges. It's gonna happen.
Double it
All
up.
right, where's the other one? So that's
Don't be
literally-
silly.
Oh, that's it. So you just don't be silly. He's still gonna send it. All right. So all right, let's do this. All right. This is
Do it again.
100%. Oh man, these guys. Have you guys done this before? Have you guys?
I think they've
Soda charge a fucking. All right, I think that was. Hey.
And then now you
Oh.
shake it. Now you shake it. Shake it pretty hard.
It's pretty.
All right.
All right.
Here we go. All right. Just okay. Reading the instructions again. Direct jet of the water inside the wall of glass. Press gently.
Oh, do you want to get me a tall glass?
Yeah, big glass.
Because I just see some Mona Lisa level stuff like happening.
That's fucking frappe. Oh, it looks all right. That's like a Guinness. We've made wine into Guinness.
I am God.
It's settling.
That's so cool. All right. So what we should do? Should we?
I think just like let it settle. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna see if this goes well with.
This is
we
absolute-
got a couple of sausages.
You can get
left.
these at the Quickie Mart, surely. Oh my god.
This is
great.
This is too good. Oh no, it's literally. Do you guys want some? I'll do you.
It's actually smelling pretty good. I've had worse sparkling Shirazes.
Is it?
Yeah, is it carbonated wine?
I'm gonna say not really.
Lightly
But-
frizzante.
Like,
It's
more about texture, really.
Yeah.
also light.
There's not a lot
Glass
left.
of air.
All right. This is. I mean,
Oh, I can smell it.
you can smell it. All right.
All right. So I'm gonna like taste it. I reckon like on that top bit. I reckon.
All right. We're gonna need some Wonder White because I'm gonna need another match. All right. Because the question was, or the statement more rather, was will sparkling Shiraz suit? This is Syrah. It is sparkling.
Take a breath, bro.
Thank you.
Walkers.
And we're going to determine whether or not we just bootstrap this, guys. You know, this is what we do. And what should we go?
I mean, I get the gist. It's not that bubbly.
Should we go Ashley's sauce again?
Yeah, go.
It's not that bubbly. No, it probably needs a bit of time. Maybe overnight in the fridge or something like that. We might. Need
If you
to
hold it
regret
upside down, it'll blow up, and you should be able to pour. Okay.
I'm gonna say.
Is
I'm
that
gonna say
Dave
we're being punked.
Is that Dave being shit?
I'm saying we're gonna be fucking punked right now.
All right.
Looks like Kirsch beer.
Oh yeah. It looks like creamy soda. When it first comes out, it looks like creamy soda.
Oh, for sure.
All right. Can I get some of Ashley's?
Oh yeah.
Genius.
Yep. There you go.
Another genius invention from Ashley Ratcliffe. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It needs to be colder. Keep it in the fridge and add another canister. Another one. And now I've got to like...
Yep. I'm gonna have a crack. I reckon this will work.
Yes, it works.
It works. So there it is. We've done it. Sparkling Shiraz is the pairing, and you can't get more Australian than that.
I think it's really, really quite got a good match. I think
Well, that's a great match.
the mousse works really well with the carbs
Yep.
and the fat.
The
Peated off acid, it's not too much, and there's a moderate amount of tannin, it's a medium level of
medium
tannin.
tannin, and then that kind of like the way we make it is in that kind of Syrah style, so it's a bit more plush fruit than ripe. Oh, that's a tomato sauce staying right on the crotch. It's got that kind of medium weighted fruit rather than like full big ballsy Barossa style. It's like a bit more like plusher and brighter.
Yeah, so you want like an Adelaide
so
Hills.
it works really well with the tomato sauce and the kind of like just beefness, I guess.
I feel they should have this as an option at Bunnings.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, it's the soda siphon for, bro.
I know.
You want some Shiraz?
And on that note, we are going to leave you to your Saturday evening. Thank you so much for chiming in. Thank you so much for entertaining us as much as we've hopefully entertained you.
It's a good episode.
I think that was one of the better ones we've had. Do you think Bunnings might start serving it? I do believe they should. That's our position on the matter. But guys, thank you
Once
so
they
much.
get a liquor license.
Once I get a liquor license. Thank you so much, guys, for chiming in. Terry, thank you very much. We're holding you to the shotgun lesson on camera. I love Noah's title. He voted for it as well.
It's a fact.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Catch you at the same time tomorrow night.